You may remember a few weeks ago, the Montana Department of Environmental Quality warned folks that toxic algae blooms were popping up across the state's bodies of water.
And now there are reports of it in both Lake Josephine and Lake Elmo here in Billings. The toxic algae predominantly grows in shallow, warm water areas where there is a lot of sunlight. If you do see blue-green algae, you should not let your children or pets get in the water.
Well, a shepherd company might have a solution to the problem of algae-filled lakes and ponds. It involves man-made floating islands, plants, and plenty of good fishing.
It doesn't take a lot of luck to reel one in here at Fish Fry Lake. It's filled with a variety of hungry fish.
Largemouth bass, northern yellow perch, bluegill, black crappie.
Bruce Kanya runs a company called Floating Island International. This small lake near Shepherd can also be described as his science lab.
We're trying to understand how to clean nutrients that will otherwise become algae out of the water.
Fish Fry Lake was once covered in thick, stinky algae fed by a ditch rich in nutrients from fertilizer runoff. Today, it looks much different.
We've learned that if we can propagate those nutrients into fish and then harvest the fish at high levels, it's a terrific way to remove the nutrients that would otherwise become harmful algae bloom here in the lake. In fact, when we started, the lake was really thick with algae, and today it's a lot more clean, and the fishery here is wonderful.
And Bruce credits the synthetic floating islands that his company makes for that. Thousands of them have been launched around the world, some small, others nearly the size of a football field. The floating islands, made from recycled materials, act as a filter and improve water quality. The roots from plants inserted into them reach into the water and take up nutrients while creating a healthy food source for fish.
We harvest about 6,000 to 8,000 fish a year from Fish Fry Lake in order to clean it up. The lake is 6.5 acres. So roughly 1,000 fish an acre. But that's the story.
Bruce thinks there's a lot that can be learned here that can be applied to other places dealing with algae problems.
We can do this naturally. Nature's on our side. In fact, if we're willing to work with nature, we can fix our water again. We can have it back.
Floating Island International has now launched around 9,000 man-made islands all around the world. By the way, a lot of the fish harvested there at Fish Fry Lake are made into dog food treats.